My name is Aamir, and I thought I was married to the most honest, loving woman in the world. Sana and I had been together for 8 years, and in that time, I built a life around her. We had one beautiful daughter, a nice house, and I worked hard to provide for our little family. I believed we shared everything, our dreams, our fears, and our future. But I was wrong. It started last year when Sana suddenly announced she was going on a 5-day girls' trip with her cousins. She'd never done anything like that before. She told me she needed space to relax, clear her head, and reconnect with herself. I didn't think much of it at first. She'd been stressed, and I thought a short break might do her good. I trusted her completely. While she was gone, she barely called. Whenever I tried to video chat, she declined, saying she was busy or at the spa. I brushed it off, convincing myself she deserved some privacy. But something about the whole thing felt wrong. The truth came out 3 weeks later. I was clearing out laundry when I stumbled upon a small medical receipt stuffed in the pocket of her jeans. It was from a high-end fertility clinic in another city. The date matched the days she claimed to be on her girls' trip. Confused, I Googled the clinic and realized it specialized in one thing: surrogacy procedures. At first, I thought it was some kind of mistake. But when I confronted Sana casually about her trip, she froze, panicked, and quickly changed the topic. My gut told me something bigger was going on. I decided to dig deeper. The next day, I called the clinic pretending to be her husband, which I am, and asked about her recent appointment. The receptionist hesitated at first, but when I gave them Sana's details, she casually said, "Yes, Mr. Aamir, everything went smoothly. The embryo transfer was successful, and your sister-in-law was thrilled to hear the update." My blood ran cold. Sister-in-law? Embryo transfer? Thrilled? That's when the horrific truth hit me. Sana wasn't on a girls' trip. She'd secretly become a surrogate, carrying her sister Hina's baby, without ever telling me. I couldn't breathe. My hands were shaking, my heart pounding, and I felt sick to my stomach. Not only had she lied about the trip, but she also made a life-changing medical decision without even talking to me. I didn't confront her immediately. Instead, I started quietly gathering evidence: clinic invoices, phone call logs, and screenshots of her messages with Hina. That's when I found out this wasn't some last-minute decision. No, they had planned this for months. Sana and Hina had discussed using Sana's body to carry Hina's baby behind my back, and they both agreed I wouldn't understand and didn't need to know. I was furious beyond words. I felt like a stranger in my own marriage. But I wasn't going to scream or fight. I was going to destroy them both. First, I booked an appointment with my lawyer. He told me that in our country, any medical procedure involving a married woman legally requires spousal consent. That gave me a weapon. Not only did Sana violate my trust, she also broke the law. Step 1 of my revenge was subtle. Over dinner, one night, I told Sana that my company was sending me on a week-long business trip out of town. She seemed relieved, probably thinking I'd be too distracted to notice her secret growing belly. While she thought I was away, I actually stayed nearby, digging deeper into her finances, emails, and contacts. I discovered something even worse. Hina had paid Sana the equivalent of $15,000 for the surrogacy, and she'd secretly deposited it into an account I didn't know existed. She wasn't just lying, she was profiting behind my back. Step 2 was brutal. I gathered all the evidence and the clinic records, the secret bank account statements, and the texts, and printed them into a neat 40-page file labeled Truth. Then I invited both families over for a special announcement dinner. The living room was full that night. Sana's parents, Hina and her husband, my own parents, even a few close relatives. Everyone thought I was about to announce something exciting, maybe a new house or a promotion. Sana was glowing, completely oblivious to what was coming. Halfway through dinner, I stood up, held the file in my hand, and said calmly, "I'd like to thank everyone for coming tonight, but before dessert, I have something important to share about my wife." Sana's face paled instantly. I opened the file and slowly, methodically, laid out everything. The fake girls' trip, the secret clinic visits, The surrogacy agreement, the $15,000 payment, the hidden bank account. Every single piece of evidence was right there, in front of both families. Gasps filled the room. Her father's face turned, crimson with shame. My mother began crying. Sana sat frozen, speechless, shaking violently as her sister Hina tried to defend her. But when I played a recorded phone call between them, where they openly mocked me for being too traditional and too stupid to find out, the room went silent. I ended my speech with one final blow. Sana, as of tomorrow, you'll receive divorce papers. You'll also receive a legal notice for undergoing a medical procedure without spousal consent. And Hina, congratulations, you've got your baby. But you've also destroyed this family forever. Sana collapsed into tears, begging me to please talk in private. I ignored her. The fallout was nuclear. Her parents were furious, not at me, but at her and Hina. Half the relatives cut ties with them entirely. Hina's husband exploded at her for hiding the payment and threatened divorce. Sana moved out. The next day, and within a week, I filed for full custody of our daughter. Because of the legal violation and the hidden income, the court was on my side from the very start. 3 months later, the divorce was finalized. I kept the house, full custody of my daughter, and even secured a financial settlement from Sana because of her undisclosed earnings. She now lives with her parents, humiliated and broken, while Hina had her baby. But at the cost of destroying her marriage, too. I thought I'd feel empty after everything, but I didn't. I felt free. Sana texted me a few weeks ago, begging me to forgive her, saying she was trying to help her sister and didn't want to burden me. I never replied. She made her choice when she lied, schemed, and treated me like a fool. Now she gets to live with the consequences, every single day. Sometimes I think back to that night when I exposed her in front of everyone. The look on her face when the truth came crashing down is burned into my memory forever. And honestly, that was the sweetest part of my revenge.